In the next few minutes, you're going to see some hairstyles your entire family will love. Hairstyles that are easy to create. Just follow the simple techniques on this video, and you'll soon be cutting hair like a pro. Before we begin, let's review what's included in your hair cutting kit. In addition to the powerful professional style clipper, there are 4 special blade attachments, a professional scissors, a standard barber comb, and a bottle of clipper oil to keep the blades in good condition. There's also an easy-to-follow instruction booklet with more details about your kit. Your kit may also come with left and right ear blade attachments, a 1-inch attachment comb number 5, styling clips, a styling comb, barber cape, neck brush, storage pouch, or storage case. Operating your professional style clipper is simple. First, power is adjusted using the power screw. Take a screwdriver or simply a dime and turn the screw clockwise until you hear a loud hum. Then, turn the screw counterclockwise until the hum becomes quieter. This is the maximum power setting. Your CONAIR clipper has an adjustable taper control. For cutting close around the hairline, push lever up. To feed more hair into the clipper, push lever down. Some clippers come with a taper control switch in the front of the unit. For even greater precision cutting, use one of these 4 blade attachments. They ensure that you get the right length of haircut. The short attachments cuts hair to 1/8 of an inch for the base of neck and hairline. The medium short cuts hair to 1/4 of an inch for areas up to 2 inches from the hairline. Medium long cuts hair to 3/8 of an inch for middle, sides, and back. And the long attachment cuts hair to 1/2 an inch for area up to the crown. Now we'll demonstrate 5 basic haircuts. This is Kenny. He has thick, wavy hair, so we're going to give him a taper cut to help control and organize his natural wave pattern. We begin by attaching a number 3 blade, which will cut the hair 3/8 of an inch. We start cutting at the base of the neck, just below the hairline, using an upward rocking motion. As you can see, the clipper is brought up and away from Kenny's head. This rocking motion doesn't leave a hard line, so it makes the hair easier to work with. We continue to use the same rocking motion to cut around the ear, as well as the side of the head. If your hair cutting kit comes with special ear blade attachments, you'll want to use them for precise and easy trimming around the ears. Here's a good close-up of the rocking motion. Returning to the back of the head, we begin tapering. We use a comb to roll back the hair away from the head so that it can be trimmed. The clipper attachment has been removed, allowing the clipper to cut the hair by sliding the open blade across the comb. This technique is called clipper across comb. Using this technique allows us to blend the longer hair near the top of the head with the shorter hair already cut below. The result is a smooth, tapered line. Returning to the side of the head, we will use the same clipper across comb technique to blend the hair lengths. We use a comb to roll back the hair, then cut it by sliding the blade across the comb. Again, this clipper across comb technique smoothly blends the longer hair above with the hair already cut below. Next, we trim hair around the ear using the side of the clipper. We start at the sideburn and follow the crease of the ear. This technique is called arching. For the neck, we use the front edge of the clipper to cut an even line. Before cutting Kenny's bangs and the top of his head, we moisten the hair, which will make it easier to comb and to cut. For the bangs, we comb out the front of the hair from one side of the forehead to the other. Next, we take a length of hair between the fingers and use the professional scissors to cut across them. We repeat this technique on one side, then the other, until the bangs have been cut evenly. Finally, we prepare to cut the top. First, we take a center strip of hair between the fingers and cut across them, again using the professional scissors. You'll notice we use the bangs as a guideline for length. A few minutes later, the haircut is complete, a handsome taper cut. This is Brendan. We're going to show you next how we give him a very contemporary fade cut. Start, of course, with clean hair and place cape around shoulders to catch excess hair. Take the number 2 guard from your kit. For longer hair, use the number 3. Carefully attach it to the head of the clipper. Trim from back to front, just below the crown of the head, then from side to side or temple to temple. Then go over the top of the head. Now, attach your number 1 guard to the clipper. Number 2 if hair is longer. With a rounded wrist motion, begin to cut from the back where you left off, just below the back of the crown area. Again, repeat process 2 to 3 times. Next, you're ready to trim around the right ear. Carefully go around the ear, up to the temple area, paying particular attention to the line from the temple to the back, just below the crown area, where the short and long hair meet. Now, if you want to blend the line between short and long hair, use the scissors and comb. Press on the line where hair is longest and cut between the shortest and longest points. Attach your number 1 guard to the clipper. Cut only slightly, up to about 1 inch above the ears and sideburns. Then, remove the guard. Back and sides need only to be tapered. Finally, use the clipper in an upside-down manner to clean excess hair on neck and just below sideburns. And now Brendan has a great-looking new fade haircut. The next cut, even though it's a thoroughly modern look, is such a classic, it's still called the Caesar cut, after the famous Roman emperor. We're demonstrating on Vincent. Start by taking the number 2 guard and carefully attaching it to the head of the clipper. Begin at the back of the head, trimming upward with a rounded wrist motion all the way to the crown of the head. Then, move up the sides the same way, past the temple to the top of the crown line. Repeat if necessary. Now, carefully blend shorter hair with the hair on the crown of the head. Take all the guards off the clipper to clean the neckline and shape the design outline of the cut. Turn clipper upside down and shape with head positioned in the opposite direction to your cutting direction. Continue to use clipper in the upside down position on the neck and below the sideburns to clean excess hair from these areas. Now clip off excess from bang area with scissors. Last, comb hair straight down and, still guided by the natural hair pattern, use gel or other styling product to texturize, add shine, and give Vincent this slick, professional, very contemporary Caesar cut. Many different hairstyles, including the bob, can be created from this classic blunt cut, which we're about to give Carrie. For this blunt cut, we'll separate hair into 4 sections. We begin by moistening the hair. On longer hair like Carrie's, this makes sectioning easier. We will now create 4 separate sections, beginning with this section that goes from center crown to center nape. The next section that we create extends from the top of the head to just past the ear. Once separated, we roll up each side section and fasten it with a hair clip to Carrie's forehead. If your hair cutting kit comes with styling clips, you'll want to use them for sectioning. After separating the final 2 sections, we roll up the hair and secure it with clips to the top of Carrie's head. This keeps the hair we're not cutting out of the way. After combing out Carrie's hair, we tilt her head forward slightly. As you can see, we hold the hair between the fingers and cut it by pressing the open blade of the clipper against the fingers. Continue to take 2-inch sections using the underneath section that we just cut as our guide. As we did in the previous section, we comb out the hair before cutting. We use the fingers to hold the hair and to measure its length against the previously cut hair. After completing the back, we section the side and then comb it out. Before cutting the sides, we use the back of Carrie's hair we just cut as our guide for proper length. Then, we again take the hair between the fingers and cut it by pressing the edge of the open blade against the fingers. We continue to cut each section using the previous section as a guide. A slow, steady motion allows for a clean, even cut. Moving to the front now, we prepare to cut Carrie's bangs by clipping off sections on either side of the forehead. Then we take a small section at the front hairline, about 1/3 of an inch, being careful not to extend beyond the arch of the eyebrows. Using the same techniques that we did with the other sections, we hold the hair between the fingers and cut it by pressing the open clipper blade against them. Notice how we hold the hair between the fingers. We lift it slightly to achieve softness and add texture. On wavy hair like Carrie's, tension used is important. Don't pull too hard on the hair because when you do let it go, it can spring up and be really short. But we've been careful, and soon Carrie's haircut is complete. A beautiful shoulder-length blunt cut. We'll now demonstrate the mushroom cut, a great haircut for boys as well as girls. We'll begin by shortening the sides, tapering behind the ears, and shortening the back. We'll also create a line that circles the contour of the head, but the top and front will stay long. This creates the mushroom shape. We begin by moistening the back and sides of the head. Next, we snap on a number 3 blade attachment, which will cut the hair about 3/8 of an inch. At the back of the head, we comb the long hair out of the way, then starting at the base of the neck, we cut the hair with a rocking motion, bringing the clipper up and away from the head. We continue to use the comb to keep the long hair out of the way. On the side, we use the same rocking motion of the clipper to cut the hair, but are careful to follow the contour of the ear. The comb keeps the longer hair out of the way. Notice how short we make the hair around and behind the ear. If you have ear blade attachments, you'll want to use them for easy trimming. We cut the sideburns with the same rocking motion, using the comb to keep unwanted hair away from the clipper. On the other side of the head, we continue to use the number 3 blade attachment as well as the rocking motion of the clipper. Notice again how short we cut behind and around the ear. Returning to the back of the head, we will use the clipper across comb technique to shorten the hair further and create the line that will circle the head. We use the comb to roll back a portion of the hair, then cut across the surface of the comb using the open blade of the clipper. On the side, we comb away the longer hair, then comb down the area to be cut. We'll use the clipper across comb technique to shorten the sides and continue the line that will circle the head. Notice how we use the comb to roll back a portion of the hair, then cut it by sliding the edge of the clipper along the comb. Before completing the side cut, we check to see if the cutting line will match what has already been done to the back. We use the clipper across comb technique to match the side with the back. The line on the side isn't quite even, so we cut a little more. Finished with the sides, we move to the front to cut the bangs. We begin by combing out the front. Next, we take a portion of the hair between the fingers and cut it using the professional scissors. We cut one section at a time until the bangs are even. Once the bangs are even, we blow dry the hair. A few minutes later, a great-looking mushroom cut. Let's review the hair cutting techniques you've just seen. First, there is the comb roll. As the name suggests, you use your comb to lift and roll a portion of the hair away from the head. This is used in combination with the clipper across comb technique. After doing the comb roll, you cut the hair by sliding the open blade of the clipper across the comb. This gives you a soft but definite line. Another technique we've used is the uniform cutting with open blade. You use a rocking motion, bringing the hair up and away from the head. This technique is called outlining. You hold the clipper upside down and gently press the open blade against the skin to create a simple, clean line. This is arching. You use the edge of the clipper and follow the contour of the ear and hairline. Now, watch this video a few times from beginning to end before using your CONAIR hair cutting kit. Soon, you'll be cutting hair like a pro. For styling tips and questions, call the free hair care hotline, 1-800-3-CONAIR. Visit us on our website at www.conair.com.